Is there a more hype song than "Living in America" from James Brown for
It's
the
a
4th of
great
July?
song.
Phenomenal.
Rocky 4,
The best.
right? Apollo comes in, all Uncle Sammy looking.
Yeah, Uncle Sam Apollo is the best Apollo.
All right.
Right, he's the best
And
all
then
time.
that doesn't go so well.
Look at this. Frankie C is here, back from vacation. Can't believe he made a return. I wouldn't have come back.
It was tempting not to, but for you, I come back for you guys.
Thank you. Laura Loomer and Monica Crowley were both reporting just moments ago that President Biden suffered a medical emergency aboard Air Force One. Just to catch everybody up on current events, that is apparently not true.
Not true. Where did that come from?
Laura Loomer and then Monica Crowley.
But okay. I thought aren't they like assholes?
Well, I mean, who isn't these days?
I know Laura Loomer is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dick.
I don't know them. I don't know them personally, but
I don't know them personally either. But Laura Loomer, said something fucked up on Twitter, and I can't think of what it is, but it was bad. It was like I don't even remember. It was just really bad, and everybody got pissed about it.
Okay. Well,
I don't know the other person.
She put that out. It wasn't confirmed by anybody else, and now there's people saying that they landed in Delaware, and he's resting at his home. So, of course, Biden's trending right now because he just did an interview with George Snuffleupagus.
Okay.
And put the whole debate thing in perspective. But we'll touch on that. We'll touch on it. Epstein and Trump allegations resurfacing. We got some air to clear there. We'll discuss Project 2025. I've been waiting to dive into that. We will. The Nathan's hot dog eating contest yesterday, 4th of July, an absolute joke, as I predicted.
A joke? What do you mean?
A joke.
All right.
And I'll recap Sabs' huge West Coast pool party July 4th. Very big happenings. And, of course, Frankie C's vacation, he'll discuss, and a blind top 5, all that and more. Oh, my God. You roll it up. You wrap that up in a little tortilla shell, and you got a
You're almost
Patriotic.
Okay. I don't know what that was.
Tripped the whole way through that. Just barely made it.
That was
just
brutal.
Barely.
We got there, though.
I guess so.
We are the sour cream in this podrito.
Yeah, so I guess let's touch on Biden. He went on George Snuffleupagus, and he asked him about the debate, and he just said it was a bad night. It was a bad episode. It wasn't a bad episode. It was just a bad night. He said he was exhausted. Snuffleupagus pressed him, and he said, he's like, you did travel a lot, but you spent like 11 days in Camp David afterwards, so shouldn't you have been resting? And he was like, well, I had a cold and everything. And then he asked him if he watched the debate, and he said, I don't think I did. Which wasn't exactly the calming answer you Thanks, Frank. That's the face. That's not exactly the confident answer you want in a Joe Biden, which brings me to my next point, which is hilarious because as Crowley and Loomy are reporting that he's having a medical episode on Air Force One, everybody's like, see, I knew they gave him too much coke. They gave him too much coke.
Coke him up all the way, baby.
Think about it, though.
I mean, gets him to do the job.
Yeah, as far as we know right now at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, July 5th, the president is fine. But let's play a game for a little bit. What happens if this guy just drops dead before the election?
Then
Kamala takes over.
Is the president. That's what it is.
Wouldn't that be something, though? I mean, that would be. I mean, it would just be, everybody's talking about, everybody's putting pressure on him to drop out of the race, like hardcore Democrats, which is shocking. There's another, there's a congressperson. Hang on, it'll come to me in a second. I wrote it down before. Mark Warner. Mark Warner is fuck is he exactly? He's a senator from
I have no idea.
Wisconsin, I believe. And he's like one of the big guys that's pushing for Joe Biden to leave, to exit the race. And he's trending right now too. Mark Warner is pushing for Joe Biden to exit the race, and people are losing their shit over over that. But my point is that, we were talking about all this pressure for him to leave the race, and then, everybody's like, do you replace him with Kamala Harris? Do you replace him with Gavin Newsom? And I talked about this, Frank, you were on vacation, so you probably didn't see it, but we were talking about it a little bit last week about how could you make that switch. And Mean Gene Okerlund, the one who does the press briefings there, Mean Gene.
I'm not sure of her name. Yeah.
The new Jen Psaki, the new and improved Jen Psaki, she was saying that Kamala Harris is the future of the Democratic Party, and was going back to quotes that Joe Biden had gave back in 2016 when he was running, when everybody was worried about his age. I don't know if you remember this, but he came out and he said, I'm a transition president. He almost alluded to the fact that he wouldn't be seeking a second term, that he would be there to beat Donald Trump, right the country, after the pandemic, and then hand it off to somebody else, of which I guess we all assumed was Kamala Harris at the time. But as I was saying, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, she hasn't really been involved. Like every time he has a victory, it's him and him alone, not with her. She's around, but not as a primary character in the administration.
That's usually the case with vice presidents. Usually,
I thought he was more involved with Obama than any other. That was one of those instances where the VP was very present at all times.
Yeah, usually, though.
You could even make that argument for Pence too, because, and I mean, Donald Trump talked about this too when he was running. He needed somebody with experience to come in and do all the, proper experience.
What did he actually do, though? I mean, he doesn't have any real. He can't really do anything in terms.
Pence?
Yeah, he's Pence in that instance, but like the vice president doesn't have the authority.
No,
that the president
no authority.
does, obviously can't. The vice president can't sign executive orders and order.
No, but does get doled out responsibility, jobs, and advisory role, that kind of thing. She's been kept in the dark, I feel like, for the most part. And we
don't hear about it, but I don't know what exactly what she does.
But I feel like the first 2 years of the administration, everybody, right, left, was all writing about where's Kamala's just been. And the one thing he did give her was the border, and she kind of flubbed that, because she never went down there. And that was that whole debacle. I don't know if you remember that.
Right.
But anyway, it brings it back to the point of what I was saying last week was when they were talking about who would replace Joe Biden, they looked at favorability numbers because everybody was like, all right, this is getting out of hand. Everybody's calling for him to leave. And then they were like, you look at favorability numbers, and although Biden's are in the toilet, Kamala's are worse.
They're not, though. After the debate, all I've heard was Biden's numbers went up, Trump's went down.
No,
actually, that's what people are saying.
Maybe in MSNBC world, I don't know, but maybe I don't know.
Whatever it is, I don't know, but that's what I hear because Biden was old. I get it. He fucked up the debate. He was bad at the debate. But Trump, even though he was talking faster and whatever, he was spouting lots of bullshit. So it was, Biden may not have been as quick, and he was slow, and he was pausing and all this stuff, but at least he wasn't lying, and he wasn't, we don't have to react.
I know.
I'm just saying, if we're going back,
I'm just saying,
this is the reason why we're talking about it is the debate. One of the big reasons is the debate.
But one of the scholars who was making a point that he shouldn't drop out of the race was basically saying, you look at his favorability numbers and they're low, but Kamala Harris's numbers are even lower. So he was basically saying, if anybody has a chance to beat Donald Trump, it's Joe Biden who has the best chance.
I think so. And I mean, because otherwise, all right, Kamala Harris's numbers might be low, but on the other side, it's just Donald Trump. There's no second person that anybody's considering.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There's no if we can't go with Donald Trump, we're going to go with this person. It's like, there is no one, because they're all in on him. And it doesn't, no matter what he does, they're just all in on him. They don't care.
But the thing is so let's assume that you can't make that switch. But like I said, what if something happens to him? What if something happens to him and she becomes the president of the United States, and now she's going to obviously be the one running?
Yeah.
Do you bring in a Gavin Newsom? Can you even get him as a vice president? Can you just, because she can appoint whoever she wants. She doesn't need, I don't believe she needs, there's obviously no vote. I don't believe she needs any sort. She might need confirmation. There might be, I don't know if you need confirmation from Congress on a VP, but I know that you can appoint them. I'm not sure if they need, I can't remember or not. It doesn't even matter.
How that works exactly. You're right. I'm not sure if the vice president steps into the presidency, who becomes the vice president and
yeah,
how.
I think they just pick somebody and that's it. They're in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And they take an oath and that's it. And I wonder, so that makes me wonder, like, if God forbid something were to happen to that old man, does a Kamala Newsom ticket with, let's be honest, a little dash, a little sprinkle of sympathy, because of the loss of a president, because that's what's going to happen. If he ever, again, we're down a hypothetical path here, but if he ever died, people are going to look at him a lot more favorably than they do now that he's alive. So maybe he should fake his own death now that I'm thinking about it.
Here it is. But no, I mean, that's probably what it would be. And
I wonder if that ticket would win a Newsom.
I don't think we'd lose any votes. I don't think people are going to go, oh, now I'm voting for Trump. It's like, well, people who are already on the Biden side are not going to go, no, I'm going to vote for the traitorous, January 6th, sexual allegation, all these, I could list a million things, but I'm going to vote for this guy because there's no more. But no, they're going to be like, they'll vote for the vice president. That's fine. I don't think the Democrats are going to lose any votes in that. I don't think that would happen.
Right.
Maybe a handful, but nothing major.
All right, let's talk about Epstein and Trump, because this is all popping up again, and it's all for naught. And yeah, before everybody gets all upset, just listen to all the words that I choose here, because I've chosen these words very carefully. On Monday, I believe it was, or Wednesday, can't even remember. Earlier in the week, we got another 150 pages of an Epstein document dump from Florida. This is all DeSantis signing off that these things could come out. Judge down there decreed, okay, here's the first thing. And he puts out all the grand jury testimony from the first trial of Jeffrey Epstein. We talked about it on this podcast about how Alex Acosta and the prosecutors down there, the prosecutor who didn't want to charge him properly, Epstein, his name is Kreischer, no relation to Bert Kreischer, the comedian, a lawyer. So it was this Kreischer first, and then Acosta, who basically signed off on the sweetheart deal. And we were making the point how Epstein went on to, for the next 10, 15 years, went on to just run the worst child trafficking ring we have ever seen. And I was pontificating about how it's sad that those two individuals and whoever else was involved in giving him that sweetheart deal have not had any sort of repercussions for it. I mean, could you imagine being those two people and that is on your head? Like, even if you get nailed for it or not, you have to live with the fact that you gave this guy a sweetheart deal.
Right.
And then he went on to just continue to do these absolute horrific things.
Well, they must have been okay with it because they knew what he was before, right? They knew what he was when they gave him the deal.
Well, that's what's so poignant about
before and after.
That's what's so unbelievable about this document dump is, like, we all know this in hindsight, but it's like, what did they know at the time? And then you go look at the documents and like, oh, they knew everything. Like, right. Even if this was just a West Palm Beach, Florida issue, it was huge for that area. It's like, it's too many people for that area.
I guessed, but they did know.
Oh, yeah.
When they gave him the sweetheart deal, they knew what he was all about.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and chose not to charge him. Yeah.
So, pieces, of shit. Let them have the guilt on their conscience. It should be more than that. There should be charges brought up.
Right. The charge itself, I forget what it was, but it was a much lesser charge. And then that's what they were able to plea down even further. But if they would have properly charged him, he would have never been offered the deal to begin with. And we would have never seen... Right. Again, 2009 all the way, or 2008 all the way up to, when he died, when he was found in his jail cell. All that time, that would have never happened if he would have been properly put behind bars.
Right.
You know? And so anyway, I was going on and saying about how, you know, there's a weird tie in here to Donald Trump because he did nominate Acosta for, what was it, the Department of, I forget what it was now. It doesn't even make a difference. But he went to go add him to his cabinet, which is when we discovered all the stuff that Alex Acosta was, in fact, the one who signed off on the sweetheart deal. And then he wound up, you know, pulling out of the cabinet position all that while later. So there's a little bit of tie in there with Donald Trump as far as why did he choose Alex Acosta when they know, you know, for damn well sure, like you're going up for a cabinet position, you're being vetted for that. That's not going to come up at all that you were the guy responsible for signing the Epstein deal.
That's a pretty big red mark.
So suspicious thing number one. Suspicious thing number two with Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, of course, we do have a few photographs of the two of them together. And we have that video footage, which I feel like everybody's seen when they're doing the, you know, the white man overbite and dancing and talking to each other and making each other laugh as they're looking at a group of women dancing on a dance floor. So there's another creepy thing that ties the two of them together. Now, what's happening is the documents come out, okay, on Wednesday, and they really have very little to do with Donald Trump. In fact, I don't even know if he is mentioned at all. But what happens is people start, and this is where I get a little annoyed because people are so, they call it Trump derangement syndrome. In fact,
I hate that fucking term.
Well, don't look at our comments then, because
anytime you criticize
yeah,
Trump, it's, oh, this guy's got Trump derangement syndrome. It's like, no, he's an asshole and I'm pissed off about it. That's what it is. So Trump derangement syndrome, it makes it sound so like, oh, this guy, he's just mad just to be mad. It's like, no, he's a dick. So
well, I feel like it is real because the person who's responsible for this definitely has Trump derangement syndrome because they essentially tweeted out an earlier court complaint. Let me get through it all, people, because I could tell people are going to get upset. I'm not even looking at the comments right now, but I can tell people are going to get angry. They put together stuff that already been had nothing to do with this document dump and made it appear that finally Donald Trump is being, you know, called out for all his wrongdoings with women and young girls as part of the document dump for Epstein, which is false, which is not true. In fact, the last time that Donald Trump's name was mentioned in all of this, his name was mentioned and there was no accusation of wrongdoing in any of it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one major thing to consider, that this whole thing of, this is why we titled the episode here, Epstein Trump allegations clarified, because there is no new allegation against Donald Trump. There is no definitive evidence in this latest document dump from the week of July 1st here that he had that there were any wrongdoings. And so this idea of everybody floating these things out in the ether and kind of tying them together and making it look like that, because I'm telling you, I started seeing it. I'm like, did I miss something? Because it was 150 pages, but I'm like, I don't think I missed this. And if sure enough, I didn't. There was nothing there. What is there, though, is a lawsuit that came out. And now you guys judge what you want to judge by this. And Frankie, you too, you form an opinion here. Girl named Katie Johnson alleged that she was forced to do lesbian acts and all kinds of really bad shit by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. That lawsuit was filed in 2016. It was then thrown out by the courts for not having enough evidence. And this is 2016. So this is post Me Too, and we're going right into the election. The case was then refiled, okay, and then later on withdrawn. And then it was filed for a third time under the name Jane Doe, not Katie Johnson. And then that time, the lawyer representing, I'm sorry, I forget the person's name right now, but the lawyer representing said that the client didn't want to follow through on it for fear of death threats that they had received, because by that point, Trump was already, I believe he was already elected. He was president-elect at that point, and they pulled it back. Now, if you remember in that year 2016, there was a whole slew of allegations against Donald Trump that came out. I want to say it was like around 40. And then nothing really ever came about. The one who he had to pay for defamation was Jean Carroll, was the only one that really ever was pursued. Now, since 2016, and it's been 8 years, nobody has heard from this Katie Johnson or this Jane Doe. So I don't know what you want to believe here, because it was thrown out once and then it was pulled back twice. Well, if it's real or not, I don't really want to speculate on. Everybody can form their own opinion, but that is the truth of what is going on. So this rash of all this new Trump did all this stuff is false from a perspective of it's just a rehash of what has been out there since 2016. And it is, you're doing a disservice not only to the victims by bringing this shit up, but I think you're also doing a disservice to the Biden campaign, because this just furthers the narrative that people will do whatever it takes to stop this guy from getting elected.
Well, if it's stuff from 2016 and it's valid, then it should be brought up.
Is it valid though? I don't know.
We don't know. Well, it's why question becomes, why was it retracted 3 times?
Well, it was thrown out once. It was thrown out once. I don't know why the second time they pulled it back, but I do know that when they filed it for a third time, they did it under the name Jane Doe. So perhaps that was part of them wanting to pull back the name Katie Johnson. I mean, Johnson is Katie Johnson is about as close to Jane Doe as you can get. I mean, there must be hundreds of thousands of Katie Johnsons in you know.
Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, once you know the name of the person, it's like that narrows it right down. I mean, you put Jane Doe, it's literally anybody. If you say Katie Johnson, it's a Katie John. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, no,
anybody.
I get it. You're right. I know.
So it doesn't help. I mean, if the fact that she, it's her choice to bring these allegations forward and to retract them, and she claimed death threats. I mean, that's huge. Why isn't that a bigger thing? To be honest, if there was a case like that against Joe Biden, people would be losing their minds. Everybody would be like, "Oh my God, you're gonna elect this guy? You're gonna vote for this guy?" But because it's Trump, it's like, "Oh, it's a lie. It's all bullshit. It's not real." But if it was against Joe Biden, it would be the biggest scandal. We'd never stop hearing the end of it, and he'd probably be kicked off the ticket. But it's Donald Trump, and he does a million bad things, and this happened to fall by the wayside. It's like, the guy, I'm sorry, but he could do no wrong, apparently, to a lot of people. No matter what he does, no matter what allegations are thrown at him, he'll just go, "Oh, not true, fake news," and then everybody will go, "Yeah, he's right, it's fake news." They're never going to go, "Well, maybe we should look into this." That's the difference between both sides. If there are allegations against Biden that like he was hanging out with Epstein and all this stuff, everybody would be like, "Well, maybe this could be a problem. Let's look into it." But no, that's not what's happening. And I don't know. I just don't get there's a hypocrisy that doesn't add up for me.
There's another thing too that I forgot to bring up. Ghislaine Maxwell did say that there was tapes of Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, and that she didn't want Donald Trump to win, so refused to tell anybody. Like she didn't want to give away the Donald Trump during the 2016 election. She was obviously rooting for Hillary Clinton. Right there, she was super close with the Clintons. And she didn't want to give over the Donald Trump tapes or tell people where the Donald Trump tapes were, because she felt like if they knew where those were, they would know where the Bill Clinton tapes were, and he wouldn't win either. Now, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark Epstein, has done a slew of interviews, and he has backed this up and said that his brother told him if he were to share with the world what he knew about Clinton and Trump, they would have canceled the 2016 election. And Ghislaine backs that up by saying this, she didn't want to tell people where they were. And she was tricked by a CBS producer, Ira Rosen, because he knew that she knew they were having a conversation. And he was like, will you tell me? And then she came forward and was like, the reason why I'm not telling you is because I know if you get the Trump tapes, you're going to want to report on the other side. You're going to find the Clinton stuff, and it's going to ruin her chance. And that was
that's fucked up. But I feel like now she has no excuse. I mean, shouldn't have been an excuse back then. Release him no matter who is running.
Yeah.
Should have, if that's the case, if it's bad for both sides, still release it. But she has what's the excuse now?
Well, where are those tapes is what I want to know.
That's
because
what I'm saying. Release him now.
All of his homes were raided. All of his stuff was confiscated. I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum. The FBI, who misplaced some hard drives for a couple hours there, I mean, it's all super, super fishy.
Really?
And on top of that, we bring up, and I brought this up again, I feel like I just have to mention it one more time, just to give you all the truth that we know and be fully transparent. When Trump sat down with Fox News just a few weeks ago, a month or so ago, maybe, they asked him if he would declassify Kennedy stuff. He said yes. They asked him if he would declassify, I forget one other thing. He said yes. They asked him if he would declassify Epstein, and he went, yeah, I would. I'd have to look at that one, because there's a lot of rumors going around. And it's like, you hear that answer and you go, rumors? Yeah, there's rumors going around on the internet, but
declassifying would end those rumors.
It would bring out the truth. So clear. And these are all things. He did declassify some JFK things during his administration. He didn't touch any of the Epstein stuff when he probably could have.
Yeah, I mean, release it all. If it's on that side or that side, I don't care. Release it all and let the cards play out. And whoever's guilty,
in fact,
gets the consequences. That's it. Don't care which side it's on.
In fact, you can make the argument that DeSantis writing a bill to release all of this information was a part of him trying to, when he was squaring off against Trump.
Wait, say that again?
Meaning, like, it was Ron DeSantis who signed a bill in Florida who said any of these court case or any of these documents can be released. There's no reason to be holding on to these anymore. It was Ron DeSantis who did that. Okay. And he did that at the time when he was running in the primary.
Right.
So you could make an argument that there's something there about Trump somewhere in all that stuff. So and that's why he did it.
So then, but if it's been the stuff that's been released, there's still more to be released then, you're saying?
Oh, there's tons more. Yeah.
So then why is it coming out piecemeal?
I don't know. I think they have to do it a little at a time is the only thing I can gather.
This isn't a fucking movie. Just release it. We don't need suspense. Just release it. I don't care.
But there's
we'll get to it. It's like, no, just release it all.
You're not wrong. There's also a lot of it in a lot of different areas. Like his New York home was taken. The island home was taken. The West Palm Beach home was taken. So they all have different,
I understand it's different jurisdiction and whatever Florida has and can release it already. What's the holdup? What are they sitting on, and why is it taking so long? You telling me there isn't a dedicated team looking through all this stuff right now, every day, going, this can be released, this can be released, this can't be released, because it has nothing to. It's New York or wherever, and they let them decide. But anything to do with their jurisdiction, they should be like, here you go, let's put it in the release it pile. What's the problem? Why is this taking months and years?
There's not a dedicated team. That's why.
Okay, that's good.
I think individually they have to file a suit for all of these things, and they're kind of coming as they come.
This is brutal. Just do it. I don't get it. Freedom of information. Just release it all. I don't understand what the holdup is. I don't get it. But I'm sure there's some legal bullshit that they gotta work through that stops them from releasing it. I don't know.
TD says, "Where's the evidence Bill Barr and Trump got when they arrested Epstein?" That was the stuff that went missing for a couple hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's like, you want to, root out the people who are holding shit and not declassifying it. There you go.
There's just piles and piles and piles of mud here that I don't know if we're ever going to get through it. I just don't know if we're ever going to get through it. But it pisses me off to see people going, here's the Trump thing. Finally, here it is. It's like, no, that's not it. And you're a fucking problem because
You're
now
gaslighting, and now it's you're gonna seem like it's gonna make your argument bullshit.
right,
Whatever, you can't start yelling, crying wolf.
right.
It's not gonna work, because when the real shit hits, it's gonna be like, I don't believe it. You said this a million times. It's not gonna have as much of a wow, holy shit, look at this. It's gonna be like, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not looking. I'm not.
Right.
I mean, not that it won't have an impact, whenever it gets released, but all this, if it doesn't get released before the election, it's just gonna favor Trump. In terms of if you're saying, oh, look at this, it's gonna look like bullshit. It's gonna look like you're attacking Trump for no reason, and it's like that's what's gonna push to his favor.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Project 2025, Frankie C, we got to talk on this. I was going to do this on Wednesday, and then I blew my gummy dosage and thought this is too serious of a topic to do.
Okay. All right.
So we're good now.
Okay, you're focused?
Laser, like a laser.
Good.
Laser focused. And I want to talk about Project 2025 because something interesting happened today, and it's great timing. Today, Donald Trump tweeted that he doesn't know, he's aware of Project 2025, but that he doesn't. Let me bring it up here on Truth Social. Hold on. Get it for the people.
He tweeted. He truthed it.
He truthed it.
He bullshitted it.
He truthed it. He wrote, Donald Trump truthed on Truth Social. I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who is behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them.
I wish them luck.
He wished Ghislaine Maxwell luck too, if you remember.
He certainly did.
I wish her luck.
Yeah. Not great. But this Project 2025 thing, I mean, I'm only recently hearing about it. When did this pop up as a thing?
Recently. Yeah, recently.
Yeah, I think I was away when it popped up.
Yeah, basically. So basically, it's what they're calling a presidential transition project, a collection of conservative and right-wing policy proposals from the Heritage Foundation to reshape the United States federal government and consolidate executive power should the Republican Party candidate win the 2024 presidential election.
Blah.
So basically, the Heritage Foundation got together and they said, well, if Donald Trump wins, and it's funny how they're saying the Republican Party comes in because the nominee is Donald Trump. So they're saying if Donald Trump wins, this is what we're going to propose to him to be doing to get the country back on track. Now, the Heritage Foundation, the president is Kevin Roberts. And so Donald Trump says, I know nothing about the 2025 project, and then says some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous. So he knows enough to know that some of the things are ridiculous, right? So that's one problem with the statement. But I get it. He's trying to distance himself with that Truth Social.
Yeah, but do you really believe he knows nothing about? Whenever he says, "I know nothing about it,"
no, I don't.
It's usually I know everything about it, and I just want to seem like I don't.
Well, this is why I have a problem with his Truth Social, because he says I have no idea who's behind it. Everybody and their brother knows it's the Heritage
Foundation. You just read
Foundation.
it. You did a quick search of it and found out who. You're telling me nobody around him can tell him this is what Project 2025 is.
Everybody knows that. And then just before we got on the air here, and I want to make sure we're giving Patriot Takes on X at Patriot Takes has video footage of Donald Trump shaking the hand of Kevin Roberts, who is one of the authors behind this Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So they were shaking hands at some conservative thing or whatever.
I mean,
so he does.
Yeah,
he knows who they are. It's not like they're
course he
fucking
does.
strangers. Like, he knows who these people are.
He, in one breath he'll say, "I'm the smartest person. I know everything. I know more than the generals. I know this and that and this and that." And then in the second breath he'll go, "I have no idea who these people are. I don't know. I've never heard of them. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
It's like either you know it all or you don't. You've met these people or you didn't. I mean, you're not. And it slowly happens, like the way it's going. Look at the Supreme Court right now. I mean, what they just decided, this whole thing with presidential immunity. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's like opening the door for him when he gets elected, if he gets elected, to be like, oh, I have all this power now. I can do whatever I want. It's like, what the fuck is that? You heard about that, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. So, like, what are we doing? What the fuck? That's the exact opposite of what this country is supposed to be, with a president, transition of power, and the president being on the same, legal level as everyone. No one's above the law. But now all of a sudden, Supreme Court 6-3 decision decides, oh no, the president can do whatever he wants. I mean, if that's the case, then I think maybe Trump and his cronies should stop yelling, "Lock up the Bidens," because apparently Joe Biden can do whatever he wants, right? I mean, what are we talking about now?
Well, this Project 20, so I'll read you some of the highlights of Project 2025, but this is Kevin Roberts on he's doing an interview, and this is what he had to say about Project 2025. Again, this is the guy behind the Heritage Foundation, the foundation behind Project 2025. Take a listen to this. Technology.
And with a free casino.
Nope.
That wasn't it.
All right.
I don't know why I can't get this fucking shit to work.
No, but it doesn't make any sense because, again, it's, the Biden should be in jail. The Biden should, they're a crime family. Joe Biden should be locked up for the stuff that he's doing. And then it's the president can do anything he wants. It's like,
I don't know if Biden is the cleanest of clean out there, to be totally fair.
Fine. I don't know what, but they tried to impeach him. They had no evidence to impeach him. So I don't know what crimes Joe Biden, it can be brought up, if anything. They haven't. They tried. They tried to impeach him, but they had no evidence of anything. So that didn't work. So if we're talking presidential immunity, then if Donald Trump has presidential immunity, then I guess Joe Biden does too. So, and if you're talking about, well, it just got passed. Yeah, well, Trump did all his bad shit when he was president 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So,
all right, here's a clip I was trying to get for you. Take it. This is Kevin Roberts on the right there. Take a listen.
That we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Yeah.
So the left is the Avengers. That's good.
Yeah. Well, that was some douchebag. I don't know who put that clip on, but that's basically what he put at the end of it.
Yeah.
But he said it's an American revolution that will remain bloodless as long as the left allows it to be, which is like a direct,
what a dick,
fucking threat. Was one thing.
That's an asshole thing to say.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying this guy represents Trump, his campaign or anything like that. But he did lay out all of these conservative principles and these things that they want to accomplish, right? Because Heritage Foundation is basically a think tank. It's a conservative thing, and he put all this stuff out there, and some of these things are already happening, like. The 2025 project says this about abortion: reverse the FDA's approval of abortion medication, invoke a 150-year-old defunct law called the Comstock Act to ban the shipment of abortion pills, enacting a de facto national abortion ban, compel states to report the reason for every abortion performed within the borders, allow states to ban employers from providing health benefits that cover abortion care. So, by the way,
if they're banning abortions, then then how could they demand the reasons for abortions that they're banning?
What?
You said they want a nationwide ban on abortion.
Well, they want to the Comstock Acts, which bans the shipment of abortion pills, enacting a de facto national abortion ban. Basically, if you can't ship the pills, you can't have any abortions
through
the pill. Yeah, with the pill. Because I think the pill is basically like, I don't know. I don't want to spew a number, but a large percentage of the abortions are done with the pill.
I don't know the numbers on that.
But my point is that you've already had this Supreme Court, who all three of the conservative judges that Donald Trump put up there, they all said that they were going to leave Roe v. Wade alone, and then they didn't.
Of
right?
course, yeah. So they should. Was that lying under oath? Was that perjury? They won't look into that.
But so to be like, oh, I'm separating myself, I'm not a part of any of that. Yeah, but are you not a part of it? Because you did put those three Supreme Court justices, and I'll even take the argument that they took it upon themselves to do this. Okay, fine. But it's still part of this larger thing of what the conservatives were trying to do. Shit like this is scary to me. And it's not like the left hasn't done stuff like this before.
Like
but
what?
this I'm just saying the left has think tanks.
It's extreme on both sides. I get it. But this is like Handmaid's Tale shit.
Exactly. To lay it all out.
You know, I can't point to I'm not an expert on all the left stuff, but I can't point to left stuff that restricts people's rights.
Yeah.
And in my generation's Democratic Party, if there is something, let me know. But the right seems to want to take away rights. The left wants to give people more rights. So I don't know where the argument is here. If you're against abortions, don't get an abortion. It could be that simple. Who are you to tell other people what to? I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me.
They also chimed in on climate change. They want to withdraw from the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Paris Climate Agreement. Where have we heard that before?
Yep, that's right out of Trump's playbook.
Forget her. Didn't he pull us out? He pulled us out of the Paris Climate, and then Biden put us back into it.
Yeah,
repeal the Inflation Reduction Act, President Biden's landmark climate law. Shred greenhouse gas regulations and gut clean energy programs. Replace the White House.
Choked to death. Perfect. Keep going.
Replace the White House climate advisor with someone focused on boosting the fossil fuel industry. Give Trump the power to reject all climate science research directed by the Biden administration.
Science. You like that? Keep going, Republicans. Reject the science and research. So scientists come up with, do their studies and research, and they give it to officials, and the officials can look at it and go, we don't accept this. Okay, on what basis? We just don't like it. Oh, okay.
I just want to I want to point something out here, because again, I don't ever try and speak for Frank. Speaking for myself, I know this could seem like I don't like Donald Trump thing, or I don't like the Republicans thing. What I want everybody to take away from us talking about this is how dangerous things could become if you allow one side to run roughshod over the other. Because if you ask me, and again, Frank has his own political thoughts. You obviously know what they are if you've heard this podcast, and I respect all his thoughts. I agree with a lot of his stuff. Maybe not everything, but I agree with a lot of his stuff. My whole point has been all along that it's not about, we've lost our way because it's become about winning, when what we need to be doing is compromising, working together to just move shit forward, right? When you become too obsessed with, I have to beat the other side or the other side is wrong, what happens then is other countries start passing you by because they're getting stuff. I mean, you look at the rate of how fast technology is moving and how slow our government is moving to keep up with it. It's a prime example of stop fighting and just figure out a way to fix this and make it work.
But the problem, go ahead.
All right. So my whole point with these kinds of things are, this is what it looks like when you let one side win. When you have one side who wants to blow out the other side, you get complete anarchy. And again, I don't have a left-wing Project 2025, but I'm sure if I did, there would be some pretty scary things in there that we would look at it and go, "Oh, you can't do that. Like, that's crazy."
What? See, you and I feel like we don't have.
You think everything the left does is great, and I just don't. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Name one thing that's not great.
Hillary Clinton.
No, I mean policies.
Well, you know
What?
Let Hillary Clinton run stuff.
I'm talking about policy. If right now the left's policies versus the right's policies.
You put me on the spot. I'm sure I could come up with something that I don't really love that the left is doing. Just happens to be a lot more right stuff right now.
I could list. I don't know how many things on the right side. I don't understand it because.
Well, let me go on with the Project 2025 because we're here to tell the people what's in this as we get Sabs on. LGBTQ plus. Okay, here's something. The LGBTQ plus I. Let's pick a simpler acronym and go with it. Okay.
Just come up with one letter that covers everything.
I'm happy to have everybody have equal rights, but we can't just ABC. We're going to name the whole fucking alphabet.
What's the problem? LGBTQ. It's one breath.
Let's all be under that. Yeah.
LGBTQ. We can make it a word. Make it a word if you want.
Make the federal government establish marriage between a man and a woman as the ideal natural family structure. Withdraw federal.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Say that again.
Make federal government establish marriage between a man and a woman as the quote unquote ideal natural family structure.
How can anybody align with that?
Separate but equal.
I mean, that's insane. That's just taking away more
separate
rights.
But equal. Yeah.
You're allowed to get married, but two people who are in love because you're the same sex, you can't. Go fuck yourself. Who are you to tell them, anybody, who they can be with and who they can marry? The fuck out of here. That's the kind of shit that takes us backwards. Everything on the Republican side that this is the Project 2025. So I'll say everything Project 2020, not everything, but most of the shit takes us backwards. The oil and the gas. Yeah, it was working for a while, great, but that's moving ahead of that stuff. We got to be able to move forward and evolve with the times and become more energy independent and not rely on shit that's killing us.
Yeah. And this is just to clarify, because Flynn Lizzie, who is correct, Project 2025 is not associated with the Trump administration.
No, I know that, but there are a lot of things that align with what they're talking about.
Exactly. And you have to also keep in mind that a lot of the Trump policies weren't even Trump policies. Like the tax cut that everybody blames him for was McConnell's tax cut. That shit was in the draw for the longest time. That, by the way, Bannon is on record saying that. Bannon didn't want those tax cuts put out the way they were, but the Republican Congress wanted it, and Trump gave it to him. So to sit here and act like there's no danger of some of these things making their way into the administration is batshit crazy, because
some of this shit's already started.
He doesn't really have many policies. He kind of just takes whatever people are going to give him and decides whether he likes it or not and pushes it forward. I don't even think that Trump would argue what I just said there. Yeah. Withdraw federal anti-discrimination protections for transgender students. Re-implement Trump's transgender military ban.
You're going kind of fast. Hold on. Go back. What was that?
Withdraw federal anti-discrimination protections for transgender students.
What is that? Withdraw protection for transgender students? Are you kidding? Let's not protect students.
I think that's more so for like sports stuff, right? Or no?
I think it's anti-discrimination protections for transgender students. I think it falls under sports. It falls on. I think it's everything.
So stop protecting transgender students. That sounds like a great idea. Way to go, Project 2025. What a home run that is. Re-implement
Trump's transgender military ban and expel transgender service members.
That's great. People who actually want to fight for the country. Let's tell them they can't. Perfect. Keep going.
Project 2025 foreign aid. Cease support for international organizations that promote LGBTQ plus equality.
What the fuck? What are you? I mean,
Remove.
I'm sorry. No, I'm Nick. I'm going.
You're not going to like any of these. Just yeah,
that's insane. Cut off aid for countries because they support LGBTQ rights. What country are we living in? That's free. Everybody's created equal. That whole thing. I mean, we've forgotten about that.
But this is what these people think is they put, by the way, you can go to their website and read this. This isn't hidden. This is out there agenda for everybody to read.
Yeah, this is an agenda that is absolutely batshit insane.
Remove all references to abortion, reproductive health, and sexual and reproductive rights from U.S. Agency for International Development's materials.
Okay, so less knowledge. That's great. Perfect.
Regarding the federal government, gut the federal workforce and install loyalists by making tens of thousands of civil servants fireable at Trump's will. Allow Trump to deploy the military against American citizens.
All right. So this is obviously just people that are just hoping that he's just a dictator and becomes nuts.
He's
nuts, but he becomes a dictator.
Further lower taxes on big corporations.
This is like the opposite. Take anything good and just flip it to the opposite. Whatever you think is good, make it the opposite. That's what this is.
This one, education reversed the Biden administration student debt relief efforts. But it's not on my little list here. I want to say they wanted to eliminate the Department of Education. Kind of similar to the way, we've seen this. This just happened already. This happened in New York City, right? Didn't they got rid of the Department of Ed and the mayor's been running it? Isn't that what's happening in New York right now? So I guess it's sort of a similar thing on a federal scale. You get rid of the Department of Education and you just let the president pick curriculum, I guess.
What the hell is that? Get rid of the Department of Education.
Healthcare.
Sounds like a great idea.
Put Medicare on the path to privatization. Again, a McConnell thing. Repeal President Biden's Medicare drug price negotiation program.
So make it more expensive for drugs. Perfect.
Yeah. Threaten Medicaid coverage for hundreds of thousands of Americans.
What? Is there there's nothing good. There's nothing redeemable on this list.
Did you think there was going to be something that you're going to be like, oh, that's good?
There's not one thing on this list that any rational person would go, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Well, this is what they're putting forth. And again,
it could be just a batshit.
Trump is going to, well, I'm not saying he's going to take every one of these things,
right.
But his major thing that he got a victory for was Mitch McConnell's tax plan,
which helped nobody but millionaires and billionaires. That's all it helped. Corporations.
Hey, Paul, you're welcome.
Okay,
you're welcome, buddy. No thanks necessary.
Hopefully, the right looks at that and says, "Well, this is a batshit crazy list, and we don't have anything to do with it." Hopefully, that's what Republicans are saying.
Now you see why. Well, now you see why Trump wanted to distance himself. But again, he even fucked that up because it's like you say, "Hey, I've heard of this thing that's going on out there. We're going to be writing our own policy. We're not going to rely on anybody else.
This has nothing to do with us. This is not a government thing. This has nothing to do with me. Don't look at their policy. Look at my policy." That's what he
can't because he needs these fucking people that look at this shit and go, "This is a good idea," to vote for him.
That's why he can't put down Nazis. That's why he can't say, "Proud Boys, you're assholes." He can't do it because he has to kiss up to all the bad guys and all the assholes.
Yeah.
And he's, in some level, I feel like he agrees with most of this shit.
But again, I go back to my original point where the danger in this is watching one side. If you let one side just do whatever they want, it's a problem, regardless of the side. The best that we've ever been as a country is when both political parties were working together
When is that?
not allowing other countries to surpass us, to pass laws and policies to move us forward, that's when we were at our best.
Well,
And I wish we would get back to that and focus on that.
I get it, but when I feel it's one of those things where the Democratic Party, and correct me if I'm wrong, please. This is just how I feel.
Well, you're not wrong.
The Democratic Party wants to move us forward in terms of the economy, the environment, all social structure and infrastructure and stuff like that. They want to move us forward, equality. But the Republican Party wants to keep us 100 years in the past. Coal, oil, going back to taking away rights.
I disagree with that.
Explain where I'm wrong.
Here's why.
Please.
I don't think they want to take us back. They don't. I don't think they love coal and oil. They love business. Coal is business.
Well, then they're on the side. A equals B, A time, plus B plus T. The transitive property tells you that they like coal. They like business. Business is coal. They like coal. So
they're also afraid
they're not interested in doing something that could be profitable in the future. But right now we need it to save, the planet.
You also have a lot of coal states that vote Republican, so that's why they will refuse to band against it. That's why they talk about what's the fuel made out of corn? What do they call that there? Somebody in the chat help me out. There's a fuel that's made out of corn. It's been proven time and time again that it's not useful. Yet every candidate, ethanol. Thank you, Janine. Look at J Sabs beating the whole fucking live chat out of that one, beating Frank and everybody else.
That was good.
Ethanol. They'll all go up there and go, we should explore ethanol. We know it doesn't fucking work, but they have to. All the fucking people that grow corn in the middle of this country, they want to sell their corn and they vote. And so they go, hey, ethanol.
Well, I'm sorry, but over the years.
It's too late, Bird and Robin and Lindarella. J Sabs is here, okay?
I'm sorry, but over the years, we have advanced technology by leaps and bounds, or we wouldn't be where we are today. But for some reason, one side refuses to advance another step because it's not profitable. And that's just bullshit, man. It's like they don't give a shit about people's health. They don't give a shit about. They just want the money. They just want. They
just care about business. That's it. Yeah, they care about business.
Oh, I'm sorry. People are like, oh, electricity. Well, it runs on coal. It runs on oil. Well, if you use solar power, it takes that away. If you use wind, if you use a lot of other natural resources that will help take us back. I'm not saying we have to shut down everything completely in one night. No, I'm saying gradually we got to evolve into better energy. No, I mean just more advanced energy. We're not obviously not running everything off of steam anymore. It's like we evolved from that because it wasn't as good. We have better things at our fingertips, free, reusable, clean energy, and we're refusing to use it because it's not profitable. Well, that's negligent, in my opinion.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said. I'm ready to go on to Joey Chestnut, if you're ready.
Let's go on to Joey Chestnut.
Okay. Fuck Nathan's. Let me tell you something. Aside from the fact that I think J-Sab served Nathan's hot dogs at her party, which were delightful.
I did. I'm sorry.
Were those Nathan's? Okay. I kind of hate that, but they were delicious.
You used to work at...
I did. I used to work at Nathan's.
All right.
I was a grill master, Frank.
A grill master.
Grill master, Nathan's. Nathan's
nice.
The thing I love the most, they still have the best French fries to this day.
Oh, Nathan's French fries are amazing.
And they were real potatoes. We used to cut them, and every now and then you used to get like a disc instead of like a fry. Like the bottom sometimes would just be sliced, so it'd be like a little thing. I used to grab those and just put a dollop of cheese on it and just eat it up.
Boy.
Oh my god,
that's nice.
That's why I'm struggling with weight to this day. But anyway, Nathan's contest, an absolute fucking joke. As I predicted, I was here Wednesday while you were off cruising the world and enjoying yourself. I was doing the dirty work, Frank.
Hey,
And I said, I'm boycotting the July 4th Hamptons hot dog eating contest because they initially refused to let Joey Chestnuts, the best there ever was, compete because he had a deal with Impossible Burger. He was sponsored by Impossible Burger. And Nathan's felt like they didn't want to have a competitor in there, which, by the way, they eventually relented on. You know what I mean? And then what's happening? Was that an elbow? Was that an ass? I don't know what was happening.
I have
assume it was the
Dexter.
Dexter situation.
I have Dexter next to me now, but they're lighting fireworks outside. There's a thunderstorm on its way.
Again?
So he's getting nervous. So we're just giving him a little medication.
Okay.
to help.
All right. Good. We've got to take care of that Dexter. That's
Got to
the
take it. Make sure he's not. He's nice and calm.
Anyway, I was saying that they wouldn't let him compete, the impossible thing. Then they eventually relented. And then by the time that happened, he was like, fuck you guys. I'll go eat hot dogs with veterans, which I was like, power move from Joey Chestnuts.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll be with our fucking military and our veterans, and I'll do it that way. And that's what he did.
So wait a
That's
minute.
what he did.
So he was able to eat hot dogs, even though he had to deal with.
Well, no, because the Nathan's competition is one thing in Coney Island. And he said, you guys don't want me there. Fuck you. I'll go. And he went, I forget what state he was in. He went off and he organized his own little eating contest against the other veterans and the active military members. And he spread his love that way.
Good.
And so essentially why I bring this up is because they obviously had the contest without him, and they awarded a winner who went on to eat, I believe, 58 hot dogs.
How much time is that? Like 10 minutes or something?
I think, I don't know. That's a good question. I thought they got more than 10 minutes. Nope, you're right. 10 minutes.
You gave me 24 hours. I don't think I could do 50, whatever the hell, hot dogs.
I'm thinking about it and I want to throw up because the first thing that I opened on Instagram today was the winner throwing up.
The guy puking. You saw that?
Oh, is that like disqualified though? Or is there like a certain amount of time?
It should be.
It was like I opened Instagram and I was like, that was the first picture I saw. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. J Sabs loves a foot long. Yeah, I do. I was gonna make that joke, but you already stole it from me. Damn it.
So, is there a rule like the guy eats all these hot dogs and then throws them up? I feel like there should be like you got to keep it down for like 15 minutes after the contest ends.
I agree. You're right. It was after the contest, the puke.
Fine.
But I
how
agree
much
with
after
you
the
still.
contest?
Not much, because they were all still on the stage. And the best part was the guy was literally projectile vomiting like onto the people until the guy who won was like, you could turn. Like turn your he was just
something.
This guy was just like this. He was just like
Just
he was
Linda
just,
blaring it on everybody.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He just didn't care. I'm with you guys. That he should be disqualified. Well, he wasn't the winner. I think he was. I don't know if he was the runner-up or what he was.
Well, so the winner was what, 56?
So the winner was 58.
58.
56 hot dogs was the amount of hot dogs that Joey Chestnut ate at his competition. So technically, the other guy would have beat him. But when
Same amount of time?
Same amount of time. Yeah, same amount of time. But when you really look at it, and this is why I'm telling you that this is why I was correct in this contest is bullshit. I don't recognize this Bergotti as the winner. This is a fluke. This isn't even an asterisk.
You're allowed
here.
new winners. I don't care.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Boycott.
Just because you don't recognize the winner doesn't mean it didn't win.
Do you know how many Joey Chestnut ate last year to win the title?
How many?
62.
Oh,
62.
I thought 58.
Do you know what the record is for the most hot dogs eaten ever during the 10-minute Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
Definitely 10 minutes, right?
Yes, it's 10 minutes.
70.
J Sabs?
I'd say 72.
I'll say $1.
76.
76.
Do you know who set that record?
Your
Joey
uncle?
Chestnut.
My uncle. You're a dick. Joey Chestnuts.
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut in 2021 during a global pandemic, mind you. When the world was down, he picked us
He
up.
was up.
and ate 76 hot dogs. Now we're supposed to act like this guy who ate 58 hot dogs is a champion? Bullshit.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
How long do you think they have hot dog burps for? Because you have
every
one hot
day
dog.
until next year's contest.
You're burping for at least 3-4 hours.
How could you be? I feel like for the next month, you are just, if they keep it all down, if every contestant keeps all those hot dogs down, you can't feel right for at least a month.
Oof.
I mean, that's a shit ton of hot dogs.
That's a lot of hot dogs. It's
just the sodium itself. You can't. How could you even move after that?
But I have to tell you, this is a great transition into Sabs' 4th of July party, which I'm calling now the greatest 4th of July party that ever existed.
Is it because I wasn't there?
That was part of it. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a big part of it. The hot dogs came out, and I hadn't eaten all morning, and I took that first bite of hot dog. By the way, class act, Sabs doesn't not only serves a hot dog, serves a little, you get your mustard, the good mustard, not that yellow shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the, whatchamacallit, the sauerkraut. She got sauerkraut too.
Sauerkraut's good.
Class.
I don't know why everybody's so down on the yellow shit. It's not bad. I prefer the good shit, but the yellow shit's passable.
She had the good shit. She had the shit that's not even, the mustard that's not in the mustard aisle. It's over by all the deli stuff, like the expensive shit.
Was it Boar's Head?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. With the black top, the black cap, looking all classy. Not red.
You know
There's
what's
no
good?
fucking red cap.
And no, Boar's Head's not sponsoring this. What's good is there's like a horseradish sauce.
Horseradish. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
That's good stuff. I haven't had that in forever, but it's good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So it was a good
hot
party.
dogs were cooked to perfection. By the way, potato buns, like just knew how to do it. It was the perfect hot dog. And you weren't there. And the person you argue with politically wasn't there. The combination of everything was magical.
I haven't argued with that person politically in like 4 years.
I was
What?
there.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. Point to it. Look in the chats. Well, I haven't. Honestly, when's the last time I even brought it up?
Well,
No one even talks anymore in our chat. So
that's true. We're not,
so,
not friends
point
anymore.
made.
Anyway. So then she follows it up with burgers, which looked delightful. I didn't partake in the burger, although I was really tempted because I knew there was sausage and peppers coming down.
Oh, okay.
So there was no Anthony.
You could have taken that all down your gullet.
She did make sliders. I was tempted to take a slider, but they were kind of for the kids, so I didn't want to.
No, they were for everyone, really. Really.
Nah.
You didn't offer to do a Anthony clam bake, seafood bake?
No, I did not. No.
See, that would have been something.
In fact, you want to laugh. Cuddles will get really mad at me for this.
Oh boy.
Cuddles got all excited about because dessert was our responsibility. So she got all excited about making this whole dessert. And like we actually had this real couple bonding moment where her and I just watched videos of 4th of July desserts for like 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
We had this intense conversation about what to bring that'll be like the showstopper or pizzazz, whether to bring something nice. So she finds this thing where it's like a cheesecake parfait thing with real graham cracker and butter. Like you put that on the bottom, then you put a layer of blue cheesecake and then a white cheesecake and a red cheese. Like, so it looks like it looks really nice. And so she gets this whole thing, gets all the stuff, gets the whole thing, makes the whole thing. And then by the time she like put all the food dye and all the stuff, she only had enough for 5 cups.
Oh no. I know, she told me. Well, she brought it, and I was like, oh no.
She was mortified.
So that's when you turn it into one big cake.
Yeah. And then she goes,
look at this cake I brought.
She asks Janine, like, who's coming? And Janine starts reading out all these people, and she's just like, oh no. It's not that like our dessert had to feed everybody, but 5 seemed like a bit of a misstep there.
This is for the household after we leave. You guys keep this for yourselves. And
I like to snack on these things before we bring them too. And I couldn't get into. And by the way, one was so pitiful. It was really 4.5. It was really.
No, I don't. Well,
but she brought another thing, which was like a chocolate chip cookie icing, and she made the flag on top, which was all very pretty.
Nice.
And nice.
I saw this thing a long time ago that I always wanted to try because it's so simple. It was like in a, I don't even know, magazine or whatever the hell it was. You just get a pound cake, regular pound cake. You slice it twice, lengthwise.
Mm.
And on the bottom layer, you put strawberry like compote, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then you put another layer of pound cake. And then you put blueberry compote. And then you put the top of the pound cake on. And then you cover the whole thing in white and you eat vanilla frosting.
Mm.
So it's red, white, and blue. And you cut it and it's pound cake. It's got the 2 layers of fruit in it. And it looks very 4th of July-y.
Like an Entenmann's pound cake?
Yeah. Entenmann's or from the bakery. You just get like a loaf, you know, a pound cake loaf.
Okay.
And you just slice it twice. And you just make the layers.
Speaking of loaf, so now I know sausages and peppers coming down the road here.
Mm-hmm.
I look on the table. What kind of bread does she have? Ivaroni Brothers. Dude, it's like $4.50 a loaf. That's no fucking joke.
That's some.
I'm not kidding you. Their bread is probably top 3 bread I've had in my life.
Yeah. In fact, when nobody was looking, I sliced off the end.
Nice.
I took it to the bathroom and I put my penis in it while nobody was watching. It was amazing.
Good look. Good look.
Yeah, it was really.
And then you watched my brother put his sausage in it and then ate it. And then you were like, yes.
This is how much of a fat fuck I am, Frank. So it comes out. I have 2. I get 2 sausages. I cut a nice little piece. I put the peppers on it, and I'm enjoying the living shit out of it. Like, it's so good. And I haven't drank alcohol really since the cleanse, so I'm having a couple of beers. So I am just like ready for like sausage and pepper sandwiches. And then I went back for a 3rd sausage, cut another small piece of bread, and made a little mini sandwich out of it later on.
It's a holiday. You're allowed to have a little crazy.
Heaven. It was so delicious.
I want to know what this is, DJ Shenanigan. You guys don't know about brown sauce from the UK. I don't know. Brown sauce doesn't sound good.
I have no idea what brown sauce is.
Let me tell you something. I had brown sauce coming out of my ass after that Nathan's hot dog, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Competition. That's I don't know what brown sauce is, but come up with a more appetizing name.
That was the best part about Nathan's taking a stand against the Impossible Burger, because they're like, they're not real meat. I'm like, neither are you, barely. You're not fucking.
You're like hooves and whatever the fuck is in there.
Yeah, you're not making the point you think you're making.
Yeah, what's in a hot dog there, Nathan?
But let me tell you this: every last detail was sought after and taken care of. Now,
wait, you serious?
Now let me explain. Sabs, you don't know this, but I was in your house while you weren't. I snapped a photo.
Before or after the bread?
It was after.
All right.
I snapped a photo of an item in your home, and I put it up in the members only area. So the members have seen this. Janine did not know that I did this.
Oh boy.
Oh, A1 is good, by the way, DJ Shenanigan. Very good. Thank you.
A1 is
brown sauce it tastes a bit like our A1. Okay, so it's a steak sauce.
I don't like to put sauce on my steak, though. I think that's sacrilege.
Occasional, very occasional. Yeah. Usually, whatever it's made with is good, and then.
So after I had sexual relations with the Ivaroni Brothers bread, I went to the bathroom. I go to wash my hands, and what does she have on her counter but firecracker pop soap? What? We've found somebody more patriotic than Donald Trump. It's our own Janine. Who's got firecracker pop soap for the 4th of July? Look at this.
No one.
Very nice.
Those are details. That's details. And by the way, some of the best soap I've ever used.
I'm surprised you didn't take a picture of the hand towel that was red and said "Hooray for the USA."
That's Bath and Body Works. That's very good. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. No, the hand towel I didn't really notice. I'm sorry. It was all bundled. I don't really like to touch the hand towel.
He doesn't wash his hands
at a party.
So.
Yeah, I know it's kind of weird.
I do, but I'm more of a that looks wet. I'm just gonna give it one of these. You know,
if he can't put his penis through it, he's not gonna pay attention to it.
Right.
There's a shirt. If you can't put your penis through it, he's not going to pay attention to it.
Here,
Right.
Robin nailed it. That soap smells like America.
It did smell like
Nice.
America.
And not like New Jersey, Pittsburgh, America, but like
No.
California, you know,
like
America.
Montana.
Montana,
Smelled like
America.
America.
Yeah, exactly. It was a delight. It was a
It was
delight.
like a bald eagle's breath.
Yes.
That's America.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. Yeah. And the fireworks were good. I'll tell you what I loved about the fireworks by Janine's house. Started about 15 minutes earlier than they probably should have. They were out there at like 8:40, 8:45.
Still sun.
It was a little getting dark enough. It was perfect. I love those right before it gets dark fireworks. Everything came
just the noisy
together.
ones.
Everything was just was magical. It was great.
Very nice.
Because I don't know about you, Frank, but after 20 minutes of fireworks, 25 minutes, I'm good. I can go home. I could get the kids. Let's get the fuck out of here. It's time to go. You know, we've been here since 2 o'clock. This is fucking crazy now.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got right out of there.
Fireworks. I mean, yeah, they're great, but it scares the shit out of my dog. I'm like, all right, I could do without the crazy, just the ones for the noise. It's like, I was a fan when I was a kid. You know, I get it. I understand. But, you know, the dogs don't like it, so it's not good. But, hey, people are going to celebrate, so let them celebrate.
You got to celebrate.
I am. So is that all you have to say about July 4th, or do you have any more comments?
That's my full run of July 4th. It was good. Oh, by the way, so there's another Frank. You know the other Frank.
Yeah, Frank number 2, we call him.
I'm telling you, you ever leave, we slide him right in. Nobody knows the difference. It's going to be.
Don't threaten me with a good time, buddy.
He is so
Want me out.
I've come to a point where I'm ready to move him off the others list and put him on the regular list. Although I don't have his phone number.
We've got a Frank, though. That's not going to work. I don't understand. It's going to get
but
too confusing. We've got everybody in our group has a different name.
But it's an upgrade.
You start adding same name people. It's not going to work out.
Well, okay. I am shocked that you haven't said that there was people there that you didn't really know.
I was not pleased with that in the beginning.
I knew it.
Who are these people? Are they vacation friends?
I
No.
don't know who they were. I walk in and there was 47 kids. I go, and I'm counting, and there's only like 7 adults. I'm like, something's wrong here.
I would have turned right around.
Something's off. Oh, you would have
I don't
hated
blame
it.
you.
I would have like, fuck this. Let's go.
You want to laugh. So even in our friend group with all the kids that we have, there's only my son and one of the other guys has a boy. We show up yesterday. I swear to God, there's 47 kids. They're all girls. My son was just standing there and he comes over and he goes, I don't know what to do here. I'm like, just play with him. He's like, I'm the only boy. It feels weird. He had a little bit of a hard time in the beginning.
I know, but then he's like, I'd feel better if you pulled up your shirt, Aunt Janine. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you know, don't you feel bad for me? And I was like, oh, okay.
All right, will you stop it? This is payback for all the times I made cracks about her mother. She's finally found a way to get back at me.
Well,
yeah, right.
There's enough time to get payback for that.
No.
I didn't care for some of the people, to be honest with you.
Anybody hearing that rain, by the way?
What?
Is that rain? Is that what that is?
That is rain. It is pouring over here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't hear it. No, you know.
Get ready.
Actually,
go ahead. Okay.
Those people used to be OGs of my 4th of July parties, but because did you know them? Did you know that or no?
One of the couples looked familiar to me because I hadn't seen them in a while, and I was like, "Oh, they're making a comeback." But they literally sat at it round. Janine has this huge table. They sat at a table and didn't look at me. I was sitting over there. They were just talking to this other couple the whole time and didn't. And it was so bad, Frank, that I almost brought it up. You know how I tend to get a little like.
Yeah. So why aren't you talking to me?
Yeah.
You know what it was? It was they were in such celebrity awe, when you.
Oh, stop it!
And they were like, "Oh my God, we can't even look at him."
How many autographs did you sign?
Yeah.
No, but it was a little. But I even felt bad because I thought they were friends with Better Frankie. I thought they knew each other.
Well, it's actually really. You want to hear something funny?
Damn it.
Whatever. I forget. You know.
You want to hear something really funny? Is that other Frankie's wife is actually cousins with one of the guys.
Oh, is that
And
right?
we
See, I
were
don't like
hanging
this. You're
out
just
like
adding
this
too
is
many people.
this is a long time ago. And she said something and he goes, "Well, that's my grandfather's name." And she goes, "No, that's my great uncle's name." And it turns out their grandfathers were brothers or something like that. So they're actually cousins and they had no idea. So small world. But
They
yeah.
23 and mead themselves.
Yep.
Or whatever the
it
hell
was a
that
thing.
site's called.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, there was, faces that haven't been there in a very long time. But listen, if
Can I tell you something?
Go
Your
ahead.
sister-in-law, I think she was really excited to see us. Like she was genuinely like, I got a big hug. We talked, like we reconnected. It was
it was
lovely.
probably fake.
She usually is, but in this particular instance, I just felt a genuine like I think Lee really likes us. She's like, we were talking about a lot of things.
I don't know if I would go that far. Like I would probably, I would tone that down. That thought, I would
Maybe.
just
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
put it back in your pocket. Put it back in that sausage sandwich that you made.
I felt it so much. I was almost going to say we should go see a movie. We should go see a movie together.
Yeah,
That would
then
have ruined.
you know what?
You're coming
That
on too
would've ruined
strong. That's like, yeah, okay, well, set it up. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Bizarro Frankie if he likes the movies next time I see him.
If he goes to the movies with you, if you ask him to go to the movies with you, I will step aside and you guys can be best friends.
I'm gonna feel it out. I don't know if it's,
Listen,
I don't know if he
I just
feels
want you
the
to be
same.
happy. So if being
I
with him
appreciate it.
is going to make you happy,
I just don't know if he feels the same way I feel. So I'm gonna feel it out, and if it's going well, I'm gonna see if
don't come on too strong. That's
I'll
all.
ask him if he likes movies first, and then if he says yes, I'll see if he wants to go to a movie.
Should we go to counseling? Is this what this is coming to?
Just saying. If I ask him to
another
go
Frankie in the whole thing, in the mix.
if I ask him to go to a movie and he says yes immediately, I will never talk to the rest of you ever again.
I'll call him right now. Is that all it takes?
That would be really, yeah.
The hell.
Oh shit! No, but it was good. It was very nice. The whole leave. Those two with the stick up their ass eventually warmed up and came around and started talking to the rest of the table.
good.
So it was nice. It was a good time.
Excellent.
It was a really good time. Although I have to say, if you want me to pick on something,
Here we go.
no, this isn't in general.
It couldn't have been 100%.
No, it was great. This isn't points off the party. This is an in general thing. The craft beer people are struggling so hard now because everybody's onto hard seltzers, so they're all trying to make it. And there's a brewery here that I do enjoy thoroughly, but they made like a twisted tea, which is okay. And then they made like a twisted fruit punch, which was disgusting. I mean, it was horrible. I don't know what these people are thinking.
Okay. So, I like their twisted tea. I like their twisted lemonade. The twisted punch is not my favorite, but I don't think
Not your
it's
favorite.
terrible.
I thought it was awful. Again, this is not points against your party. I'm just talking in generalities now. It wasn't enjoyable. Even the high noons, they're the best out of all of those things.
And they're still not great.
They're still not. I don't think they're great. I don't.
I know. But you know what? It's hard to have it taste good with fake sugar and keeping it a low calorie. And that's what people want.
You're exactly right, Janine. I don't blame the companies making it. I blame the taste of the public forcing them to make it that way.
Now, I will say I do like a spike tea, a different brand. It's called, can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stateside. Hold on a minute. There is a huge spider web from this little tiny spider. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs soon because this is like arachnophobia down here.
Overachiever.
It's called Stateside Vodka. And again, it is a low calorie spiked with I think it's vodka.
She's Googling it.
I had to make sure that it's vodka.
Okay.
And I like it because I like the variety pack because it's lemonade and vodka, then iced tea plus vodka, but then they also have like an Arnold Palmer iced tea plus lemonade and vodka. So I like it because it doesn't taste as like it actually tastes like tea, if that makes sense. It doesn't taste like a fake iced tea. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway.
I had so many drinks on the show. I'm just saying. I don't know. I lost count, but I took a picture of almost all of them, of almost every drink that I had. I missed like 3 of them in the middle.
Did you really take a picture of all the drinks?
I took a picture of every drink I had except for like 3.
You shared a couple of drinks with me. I put it in the members only area. I hope you don't mind.
While I had service, yeah, I sent them to you.
Yeah.
But then we got so far, I didn't have service anymore, and that was only like the first 3. I count them. I'll try. Let me see.
All right, count them up. While you do that, we're gonna guess about it. Aaron's here, so we'll do our Frankie C's vacation recap. Unless Janine, do you have anything else about 4th of July? How did you feel about it?
I have to be quite honest. I was a little upset that some people didn't come this year.
You should be.
I'm sorry we couldn't make it, Janine.
Frank is included in that.
We were on a ship.
We were. Yeah, it was.
It sounds like we were on a break.
We were on a ship.
They only booked that cruise after you invited them to the party. I know that for a fact.
Aaron was like, July 4th, Frank, book the cruise right now. She's like sweating. Hurry up.
Frank was on Expedia on his phone as you were sending the invite over.
Between this, Aaron booking a cruise to avoid my barbecue and Frank the upgrade, I'm not loving.
Yeah, what is going on here?
Not a welcome reception back? Is that what you're saying?
What the hell?
By the way, the Beetlejuice line was hilarious before, and I couldn't get to it. I'm sorry, Aaron. It was very funny, though. I think Robin and a couple of people got it.
That was good.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Go ahead. You're upset people didn't show up. I think you're right. I think there was a few people who didn't come, and you should be upset.
We come all the time. We couldn't make it this year. I'm sorry.
I know you do. You don't have any kids.
I come all the time with that Ivoroni bread. I'll tell you that right now. That was amazing.
Frank's like, we're gonna have to go to Ivorone.
They make
Back
some
the car up. Let's go.
Their bread is no bullshit. I'm telling you what.
Really
No, I give Frank a pass. It was a vacation. What are you gonna do? That shit happens.
That's what it is. I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
I give family. If you have a family excuse, a pass.
Yeah.
There are excuses out there. You can't just say, you're a dick for not. There's
How would
valid
you feel
excuses.
if somebody said, "I'm not coming to your party, Frank. I'm going to another party instead"?
Oh.
I would be like, well, which one were you invited? I wouldn't say it, but I would
Not a
wonder
family
which
party.
one were you invited to first? That kind of thing. There'd have to be.
It's a good question.
There are some, if they're going to another party and they were invited to that one first. I get it.
I have to say though, this is a standing party.
Yeah.
It's a standing invitation. She has it every year.
Well, we didn't go to another party. We were on vacation.
I'm not talking about you though.
We were just talking about me.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but I just said a trip is an excuse. Even if family comes up, that could be an excuse. But if you have a standing party every year and then you go, oh, I'm just going to go to a different one instead, that is not an excuse to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I hear you. The only way it's an excuse is if it's like, what if it's like an event like that's like a wedding.
No.
Like you were invited, like let's say you were invited to Janine's 4th of July barbecue, but then someone in your family's getting married the same day.
I go to 4th of July every year for Janine's thing.
And then I get family members. Yeah.
Well, it's family. That's family.
That's a family thing.
That's okay. But to make your point a little bit better, I think if I get invited, if somebody else I know invites me to their wedding and it's on that day, I don't know. That's tight. That's close.
That's tough because
that's a tough one.
You're invited to a wedding and it's
not like
a friend. How close are they?
It's not like I'm choosing another party. It's not like I'm just like, oh, I'm going to go to this other party.
If it's exactly the same, like a 4th of July party,
Correct.
you're not just gonna go. I'll go to the other one.
That's very wrong. I believe that's
Right.
very wrong.
Sure.
Wow. Okay.
But a wedding.
What if you just don't want to go to
that?
that party? Is that not a good excuse?
Nobody ever wants to go to these things, but we started
Ah.
doing it, and it became a tradition.
That's true.
So now you got to stick with it. That's how I feel.
What if someone said, I just don't, you're throwing a party and you invite me and I go, I just don't want to go.
No, I would respect that.
You would accept that? Yeah, I don't want to go. Why?
I would respect that. Yeah, I would respect that.
Don't feel like it.
Okay. If you told me you were going to somebody else's party, I'd be mad. If you were like, I'm just not doing it this year, I'd be like, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
What if my next door neighbor's throwing a party? I'm just going to walk over there. I don't feel like
that
driving
would anger me.
That's no good? Okay.
Yeah, that would anger me.
All right. Write that down.
I'm pretty sure you've picked your next door neighbors over us too.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, well, I was going to say definitely.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like driving, we're walking next door. That's fine.
I can't remember when, but
I could. I have a list.
Well, it must have been really important to you then.
Anything else, Janine, on the 4th of July extravaganza?
No.
That's it. No, I know. Erin wants to play the game.
I'm
That's what she
sorry.
wants.
I'm sorry. It was important.
Do you think we could play the game before we go over the cruise?
Yeah. Well, all I want to know is Frank's favorite drink, and I think we're good. It was a good cruise.
Well, I want to get guesses. I want to get guesses in the chat of how many drinks you think Frank had. Was it 5 days or 7 days?
5-day cruise.
5-day cruise. They had the drink package.
Yes.
In the chat, in the comments, how many drinks do you think Frank had over a 5-day journey?
And I don't think a single drink that I had was non-alcoholic.
Wow. So like you didn't even have like a glass of soda?
No.
What about water?
Is that true, Erin?
Frank never drinks water, and
water is an ingredient like salt.
I don't think he had a soda.
Well, they didn't have Snapple on board either, right?
No Snapple.
Also, I just want to say, let's get some pens and paper ready.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah,
and
we're
also,
rolling right into a game.
Robin, thank you for offering to watch Dexter next year, especially since I don't know if I mentioned this. You photoshopped them in your house, and for like a good minute and a half, asked Frank. I was very confused. I was like, "Where is Dexter in this picture?" And he was like, "At Robin's house." I was like, "Oh,
that's funny."
All right, now let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
If I were to tell you that a listener of the podcast was on the same cruise that you guys were on, would you believe me?
No.
No.
If I were to tell you there's photographic evidence
oh God,
of this, would you believe me?
I would think it's photoshopped, but sure. Give it. Is there? Is that what you're saying?
what's going on?"
I got an email from, ironically, a guy named Tony, and he said, "Is this Frankie? I think Frank's on my cruise."
No.
I said, "Send it to
this
me."
Is gonna be bullshit. Whatever this is bullshit.
All right. Is that not your room on the cruise that you just took?
I did draw that pelican.
You know that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, all right. Well,
how many other cabins were you in on this boat?
I think we were in 8-3. What was our room number? 8348. Was that our room number?
Damn, I should have asked that first before I.
Yeah,
that was the number.
That was the number on the wall. That's why I said it.
Damn it.
No, we did have the cock chair though. Did you put that in the?
That was in. Yeah. I put cocktail, cock chair. That was the caption.
It's a hell of a game. Cocktail. It's like Duck Goose, but way worse.
A lot of crying afterwards.
Cuck goose. Cuck goose.
All right,
I was just about to sit in the chair, and Frank was like, "Cock chair," and I was like, "Oh my God."
She shot up like a spring.
And the room is really small, so I almost like hit the wall.
Did you put a towel over it just to make sure it didn't happen by accident one day?
We asked them to remove it from the room.
Smart. All right, before Frankie gives us the total of drinks, because we're gonna need a guess from everybody on the show right now.
I'm just gonna say,
give me your favorite.
My favorite drink. Well, I'm always a fan of two really good drinks that I like. Margarita is always my favorite.
Was it good on the boat?
It was good on the boat.
Frozen or on the rocks?
I'm sorry?
Frozen or on the rocks?
on the rocks. I enjoy frozen as well, but I didn't have it this time.
Okay.
I mean, I love the sweet drinks. So that one, a daiquiri was really good. Strawberry daiquiris were good. And the pina coladas were great.
So tell them
I
about
like
the Miami Vice.
The Miami Vice. Oh, man. So Miami Vice is literally, it looks, I'll show a picture of it.
I had
It
one of those
is-
in Florida, I think. Is it pina colada and
Yeah. It's, oh, it's too bright. But it is
You like
literally
pina coladas?
a strawberry daiquiri with a pina colada on top.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know how many of those, a lot of those. But
I don't-
a lot of high guesses in the chat, by the way. There's like someone who
You're
said
right.
64. It's 5 days. I didn't have 64 drinks.
Well, you
It
just
wasn't-
said you didn't
I guess
drink water.
37.
All right, you say 37.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. 5 days. No, 37 I think is too much. I'm gonna say
I'm not a huge.
No, I'm
Crazy
sorry. I completely miscalculated that. Duh.
yeah, because Frank is like a 3 cocktail and done.
Yeah, I would say 5 days.
Yeah.
5 days.
Mm. And you had a drink package?
Had the drink package.
I would say
Did I have? I may have had one Sprite at dinner, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, we could tell.
okay, I have a new number, 29.
All right, you lowered it by what? Oh, 8? Okay. All right. That's still
I'm calculating.
I'm gonna say first of all, I would say $1 and win. Let's just put that aside.
No.
But I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess 19.
DJ Shenanigan, Snapple. There was no Snapple on the ship. I did not have any Snapple. You're guessing 19?
I'm saying 19. Janine is 29,
29.
and Erin can't guess because she was there.
She does. Okay. So here's the thing. I only got a picture of 19 of my drinks, which is weird that you said that. So I missed, I think, 3.
Oh,
So 22, I think, is the correct number. It might be like 22, 23.
Wait, but how'd you
What?
only have that many drinks per day?
What do you mean?
You only had about
So that's 4 drinks.
That's like 4 drinks a day.
right, but
Yeah.
like okay, I would say
And yeah.
oh god, I guess I would drink a lot more then.
I would drink a
Oh,
lot.
I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry.
I had
forgot
22 drinks at Janine's 4th of July party.
Right.
I forgot.
No.
I forgot. I did have a couple of small glasses of lemonade. There were like 2 or 3 of those. I forgot about those.
Nobody's
Oh,
calling you
healthy,
a
that's
liar.
No. Amount of like I said that all I had was alcohol. There was a couple of instances where I had these small glasses of lemonade.
See how honest he
Ooh,
is? It's
lemonade.
disgusting.
Thank God you
Yes.
drank something healthy.
Yeah.
There's water in lemonade.
I knew he was going to say that.
All right,
Water
I
is an
got
ingredient.
I have to declare Oceani the winner then at 20 because she's closest without going over. I swear to God, I almost said 22. I swear to God.
You're kidding me.
No, I was between 22 and 19. I wish I would have wrote it down. And then I was like, nah, it's got to be 19 because he couldn't have gone over 3 for too many of the days. Because I was thinking you probably overdid it at the sail away because you're just excited for the start of it all.
I didn't overdo it. I did the sail away. See, day 1 is the sail away. I'm trying to think of which days are day. Day 1, I think, is the sail away day, and we only got on the ship midway through the day, so that's half a day gone.
That's still not a lot. I feel like Janine and I would
I
outdrink.
didn't- I didn't go crazy.
Did Erin outdrink you?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Not even
I think
close?
I had more.
I don't think so.
But Erin drinks like a man. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, she
if
drinks like
I had to pick somebody to go
whiskey.
drinking with, it would not be Frank.
Like a double whiskey. Neat.
Yeah, I could go have a bourbon with Erin and have a nice conversation like a human being, you know? Unlike the
sorry, but-
16-year-old girl here.
What?
It
I
is
like
true that
nice
a lot of
drinks.
times they serve us and we switch them when they leave.
That's true. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had the red and pink drink with the cherry in it. Thank you. They're good though. They're tasty.
Okay, good. What was your favorite drink, Aaron?
Oh, I'm not actually, we just discussed that we're not that I'm not a fan of those drinks, and I really don't like heavy drinks like mudslides or pina coladas or strawberry daiquiris, but I did try something called a Kraken Colada, which is, I don't know what they're replacing it with, but it was really good. I really liked that one. I only had one, but it was my favorite. And of course, my painkiller, which is like rum and
Painkiller.
I don't know, something. I love that. But I was so surprised by the Kraken Colada. So if you have the means, I would
Wait,
try the Kraken Colada. Hmm?
Aaron,
Yeah,
you like painkillers.
I do. Oh, I don't
I-
want that to be like, on record, but I like a painkiller drink.
There's this place not too far from me that I love. Their painkiller is the best one.
Cool.
We'll
Come
have to
over.
go.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Another thing I'm not getting invited to.
And maybe we can go to the movies after.
That sounds great.
It's nice.
With the
It's
good
nice.
Frank, right?
With a good
Want
friend.
to go with the good Frank?
All right. Go
Anthony will
ahead.
go out drinking, and I'll sit home. Anthony apparently doesn't want to drink with me.
Well, how is the no, I don't mind drinking with you. It's just embarrassing.
All right.
I go like this. You ever see those movies where people switch bodies? There's an 18-year-old girl in here. That's what's happening right now.
Did you win any trivia?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
We took it down,
Hell
baby.
Yeah.
We
Trivia
won I think,
champs.
We won like 3 or something. We went pretty nuts.
Did you have a threesome with anyone?
No.
Again, pretty nuts.
Did
Wait.
you
Janine, does the cuck chair count as a threesome?
right? Did you this is what I really want to know. Did you meet any vacation friends?
Yes. But, well, I mean, vacation friends means you'll stay in touch, then no. But we did keep running into the same people that were nice. So does it matter that we're not going to see them again? Like, does
We
that
didn't
is that what
exchange
makes it-
information, if that helps. I don't remember
Yeah.
the
You
names.
didn't exchange information?
Okay,
No.
then yeah, the answer is we did not, which means that I guess we did not make vacation friends in your assessment, right?
Yeah, I would say it has
Alright.
to be friends
Okay.
if you at least shared at least social media.
That's fair. That's fair. So no.
You
We
guys
did
fucked
not.
up too. You should have said
That's
we
a lot.
did, and his name is Better Anthony. That's
Oh,
Damn it.
you missed.
I'm let down a little bit, but okay.
All right.
That's just not how we roll,
This
baby.
whole episode's theme has been how we've been letting you guys down. So
Right.
Yeah.
good to know. Stay on brand.
Full disclosure, though, to answer your question before, I did look around Janine's party and wonder if there was a vacation friend, because a couple of people looked very, very new, very fresh. I was like, these might be vacation friends.
Were there, Janine?
No. There wasn't.
That was hesitation.
No, I was trying to remember if you came before somebody left early because they had another party to go to. And I was like, I wonder if you thought they were vacation friends, but they're not.
Yeah. I called
Yeah.
them the Franks. I go, where are they going? An hour and a half into the party. They're like, oh, we're leaving. I go, oh.
Yeah, but then everybody goes, yeah, we probably should have left when they left.
Right.
We start the trend, baby.
It's time.
All right, so what else about the trip? Anything else? Or is it just you won a lot of trivia and had a lot of drinks and that was the
That was the
crux of it?
Did you
long
go?
and short of it.
Were you at the beach the entire day when you docked over there?
No.
No,
Wow.
we're not huge beach people, and from what we heard, it was like crowded and crazy. So
Yeah,
while everybody was
off the ship, so
off the ship, so we had like run of the ship. We were at the pools.
So you didn't go to the
Slides.
beach there?
no.
No,
You went to Bermuda. You didn't go to the beach there.
I know it's a lot of people are weighing in on how we're scumbags, but it's just how we chose to do our vacation. We got the run of the ship. At one point, they let Frank steer. He was the
it
captain.
was nice. I sat on the captain's
And
lap.
you
It was
can't
nice.
do that on the beach, people.
You can't. I got to
I-
wear the hat and honk the horn.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's two types of people in this world. Two types of cruisers. Ones that get off the ship and explore everything that they can on the island, whether it be beach, island trip around the island, or island.
Are you
trip
trying to say
around the island.
excursion? Is that what
There
you're
you go.
trying?
All right. You're not
Well,
in charge
no.
of any marketing, by the way, Janine.
They have like it's not I don't know what it's called. I know it's an excursion, but the type of excursion that it is, like they'll go
Like
snorkeling,
an exploring
whatever.
thing.
Yeah. And then there's people who stay on the ship and they don't really do much. You guys are that or no?
Yes, well. Okay,
Well,
this is
not all the time. We've gone on
wait.
cruises. Yeah.
This is another thing, is that this particular port, the beach was not right there. You could do the local bus for $7 and take your life in your hands, or you could pay for the expensive excursion. And we're not going. If the beach was right there, we have done the beach or the tender where they put you in a little boat and they take you over there.
Oh,
That's fine. But we made this, you know what I mean? It was just one of those things where we're not gonna do the thing to get to the beach that we don't even really particularly enjoy. So we have done beaches, but this was just not the one.
Yeah, we've done excursions, we did the snorkeling, we did the, this and that. We've done all these kinds of things. But this, you look outside the ship, from the ship, you couldn't see the beach. So it was like an hour ride to get to the beach. And then when we talked to people that went to the beach, they said the trip back, the guy was like flying around these curves and like they thought they were going to tip over. It was like a nut job kind of a thing, So we were like, yeah, we stayed on the ship. We relaxed. We did some trivia. We went to the pools. Everything was empty. So we had a lot of room. So we made the most of that.
No regrets.
Were you because it was only one port, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was overnight.
Oh, so it was overnight. So you had 2 days to go and you stayed on both days?
Yeah, we
The
got
first day we stayed on. Yeah. Second day we got off the ship and there was like stuff right off the ship on the port.
Yeah.
Like shops and things. We walked around a little bit. We bought some stuff and then got back on the ship. We were only off the ship for a couple hours.
We bought you nothing.
Oh, we bought nothing.
No, I'm saying we bought these two nothing. We bought good Frank. I mean, the other better Frank something.
Yes.
All right. That's not bad. I get that. You don't want to take a whole fucking ride to the beach thing.
Actually, that's not true. I got you guys keychains and highlighters. I may have won them in trivia. We're not sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, they gotta up their trivia prizes a little, just a little. I'm not talking about giving away whatever, but give away something. Those are the prizes when you win trivia.
Yeah, no.
How many
win a highlighter?
How many out of 5 days? How many trivia contests did you do?
I would say as many as Frank drank.
22.
22. I'd say we did maybe 8 to 10 or something like that.
Oh my God! What?
Wow.
I think maybe maybe 12 tops, and won 3.
Wait,
which sounds
and
like
you won
not many.
3?
They're quick though. They do them in like 15
quick.
minutes.
When you say 12, are you counting like they did a game and then they started a new game, or was it like you had to go to the other place to go to the other trivia thing?
There were like 2 places where they did trivia.
Yeah, 2 places.
Okay.
But they were
On the
like
whole
songs with colors in them, Queen songs, ABBA
Beatles
songs, general
songs,
trivia, stuff like that. A lot of songs, I just realized.
Yeah, name that tune kind of stuff. But yeah, we won like 3 of them. And again, it's the same prize every time. It's a Royal Caribbean keychain.
That's it.
That was it.
The third time you won, did you flash the other 2 keychains and be like, can't you scrounge up something better?
Yeah. I have 3 keys in my life. I have more keychains than I have keys. Please.
Were you being recognized as the trivia people?
I don't think
By
so.
the host.
That too. I was.
Maybe by the hosts.
By the hosts.
Because that's got to be a good feeling. You walk in and they're like, oh, Frank and Aaron are here, everybody.
Yeah. Everybody sharpen up your skills.
Okay, 3 wins. Did you any second place finishes?
Yes.
We came close on a bunch of them. Yeah.
Songs with colors is fun. I mean, in the title, it's kind of funny because you're like, I'm going to get all of those. And then you're like, what the hell is this song? Anyway.
Purple Rain is the only thing I can think of right now.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first one they played.
Sorry.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, by the way, what the hell is that?
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Purple Rain.
And I made the point on the ship when they played the clip. I was like, I don't think anybody knows any lyrics other than the words "Purple Rain."
Yeah, no.
Can you sing any part of that song other than "Purple Rain"?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. It's like it's a legendary classic.
So, what were you like? Is there early morning trivia, or are they all like in the afternoon?
All
Or
day.
night?
But not really night, but all morning and all day.
Yeah, and then we didn't go to every single one of them. We skipped,
Did you do any other competitions?
Bingo.
Yeah, we played bingo.
Bingo.
I don't know what it is about a cruise, but you do have that we got to get at least a bingo game in during this
Which
fucking.
I'm kind of, I like bingo, but the way they do it, I'm not a fan of.
Why?
They do it electronically. Like the next number, they don't pull a ball out of a thing, out of a big wheel or whatever. They do it like the next number is, and a program pulls the next number.
Pulls it out.
And they know the winner by putting the number of the card in. Like, oh, we got a claim of bingo here, and the guy stands up and they go, all right, read your number out. So the number of the card, they go, all right, 25713, and they read it and they go, all right, that's a winning card. So it knows the computer knows which card's going to win before, I'd rather it be totally up to the randomness of the picking the ball out of the thing.
Okay.
But it's weird because you know what I'm trying to say? Like the computer it already knows which sheet is the winner before the game starts.
You're whistleblowing the cruise ship bingo industry is what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
You're a
saying,
pioneer.
it's probably random. I don't know, but like before the game starts. But once the game starts, it's going to show the numbers of the winning card. I think. Am I wrong there?
No, it's like that crazy guy I saw in the card store one day who just bought scratch off tickets and then just went over to the machine and scanned them instead of actually scratching them off. I'm like, you just have a big problem. There's no fun in your thing.
No.
Yeah, they just want just tell me if they don't want to have fun with it.
They don't want to have fun with it. Yeah.
So you guys want to have fun though? I got some game.
Oh, let's do the game.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Should we blow off the game or is it just 5? You got to
No,
top 5?
blow off the game.
All right, let's do it. Well, we've been on for almost 2 hours. I didn't know if you were.
Oh my God.
No,
Bite your tongue.
there are 2 games. One is really quick, and then the other one I put some work into. Okay. So this one is just, you don't need a pen or pencil. This is everybody. This is pick one or kick one, 4th of July edition. Real quick.
Okay.
No long discussions. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
I pick hamburgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pick hamburgers because of the smell of the burp after. Go ahead.
I have to say hot dogs. It's
Okay.
just
Really?
more American. You can't go. I opted not for the
is,
hamburger.
you're right.
You got to have a hot dog on
Because
it.
they're American? You're not going on taste or...
Well, I'm sorry. She said 4th of July edition. So
Yeah.
I'm going by
That's fine.
4th of July edition.
All right.
She also
So
said
you-
no longer discussion. Next.
All right.
I don't know. A hot dog isn't. I'm sorry. This is not a long discussion, but both hamburgers and hot dogs do
Are
not come from
American.
America.
I get it. Yeah,
Frankfurter, Hamburg, they're both German things. Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Fireworks or barbecues?
Take
Barbecues.
I can kick fireworks. I can do without the fireworks.
Barbecues, I guess, because I hosted one. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at all the in the chat. It's a lot. It's all hamburgers.
I can't see it.
Everybody's saying hamburgers. We got one veggie burger.
I've seen a lot of hot dogs in there too. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what she said.
Everybody's saying barbecue as well.
Yeah, you gotta have a barbecue on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Beer or hard seltzers?
Ooh, beer.
Picking beer, kicking hard seltzers.
I wasn't ever like a real fan of seltzer in general.
Yeah, you don't like seltzer, really. I'm gonna
It's fancy water.
keep the hard seltzer because I just actually had one before that I really, really like now. Go ahead.
Oh my God, embarrassing.
It's called the long drink. Did you ever have that?
No.
Go
Long
ahead.
drinks
Next.
only.
Good
Okay,
callback.
Thank you.
I know neither of them were this year, but day off Friday or day off Monday?
Ooh.
Wow, that's great.
I say Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Monday's miserable. Let's just keep it miserable.
I think you guys are overshadowing the Sundays. You get a case of the Sundays, and then you're like, oh, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I like the. Sunday's always been the last day of the week. I don't know.
I'm gonna pick Fridays and kick Mondays.
Fridays. So you are picking Fridays as the day.
I'm picking Fridays. Yeah. Because you know what? There's a lot of great events on Thursday nights. You get that happy hour and you get all fucked up somewhere. You don't got to worry about it.
We got some. We got Monday. Robin says Monday. We got some Fridays in there. Everybody says beer.
You know why too? You take off a Friday, you get a jump on the weekend. You take off a Monday, and you're already a day behind everybody else.
Boom. There you go.
All right. Any others, Aaron?
The last one is British rule or American independence.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with British rule here. We really fucked that whole independence thing up.
Yeah, maybe we give it another shot.
We seem to be trying to give it back all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on, but
we seem to be fucking it up pretty good. So give someone else a shot to run it again.
yeah.
Now, gotta go American independence, baby. America.
Okay. Do you guys want to do a blind top 5? It's a little bit longer.
Let's go.
Is it 5?
Blind top 5.
I have
Okay.
to.
You
No, don't
bailing?
go.
What?
Did you say you're going?
She's already gone.
Oh,
I'm surprised she got the what out there. Do you want to save it, Aaron, for another time when she's here?
well,
Is
it's patriotic.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
patriotic one. Let's do it. I don't know why everybody loves these games.
Well, she's not patriotic. Can I tell you the whole time of the party? It was Palestine this and Palestine that. It is in Palestine wonderful. It was very,
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay.
yeah, it was scary.
All right. So Frank, you have a pad of paper. If you could just
You.
pick it up, and I'll tell you when to
This
turn
one?
the pages if that's okay. Yep.
Okay.
Does it say anything?
Nothing on the first sheet. On the other side? It'll
Yeah.
say something without turning? Yeah. I
I
didn't see
don't-
what it
yeah.
says, though.
Okay, turn it around, please. Can you turn it around? Okay, so this is, what does it say?
Fake triotic musicals?
Oh yeah, fake triotic musicals. So it's like Hamilton, except they're not real. They're based on you guys again. I go to this well a lot, but people seem to enjoy it.
Okay.
Cool.
So the first one is called
I'm sorry. How many? What's the number?
there are 5. Just 5.
There are 5. Okay. So this is a blind top 5, folks. So again, pick your favorite. Put your favorite one at number 1, your least favorite number 5. And the trick is you don't know what's coming next, so you don't know where to put everything. We'll see how it ends up at the end.
Okay,
so
so
this is the first one.
the first one is called "Sew Me What You Got," and it's a Betsy Ross musical starring Cuddles. See
Nice.
how the flag was made with Cuddles holding the needle and thread, and it's featuring the song. Frank, you can turn the page.
Oh, I love this whole setup we got going here.
13 stars, 13 stripes, and 1 cuddle.
Oh, good tagline.
That's nice.
Okay,
Oh boy, that's a good
so
one.
these are all 4th of July Revolutionary War themed musicals, and who would like to see Cuddles as Betsy Ross?
I like it. I'll say 4.
How dare you? I will say, what was it called? Sew me
what you got.
Show me what you got. Okay, I love the
I like-
wordplay.
I'm not saying it's it's not. I like. I'm gonna like all these. I'm sure.
You hate my
Right.
wife. It's fine.
I hate
you
your
don't have to
wife.
make
Is what
excuses.
is my point. Yep.
Show me what you got. I love the wordplay. I love the 13 stars, 13 stripes, and 1 cuddle. I like that. I feel like what the world is missing is Betsy Ross saying, "My biological clock is ticking like this," which I'm sure would be a part of it.
That would be good.
I'm going to put it at number 2. I like that a lot.
Okay,
All
just
right.
so we're clear, I looked up the Betsy Ross flag, and it looked like there was a circle of 13 stars. So I don't know. If I'm wrong, I don't know. I don't know what to
I
tell
think
you.
that's right. Yeah, first
Okay.
flag had the 13 colonies. So.
I thought that it had a circle of stars. Okay.
Yeah.
We ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is called Frankleration of Independence.
Oh, I'm all over this one. Here we go.
And
1.
in this one, Frankie C stars as one of the unsung signers of the Declaration of Independence, who is no longer unsung as he sings the showstopper. Frank, can you turn the page? Democracy for the table.
Shit.
Democracy for the table. Democracy for everyone. I'm gonna have some democracy, and you're all gonna have some fun. Bum, 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 bum. That's just a little excerpt from Declaration of Independence.
Oh shit! Now I already started writing it in the number one spot, but now I feel really good about it because the song is that's a fire soundtrack right there.
Right?
Yeah, Declaration of Independence. It's better wordplay than the first one we got.
Perfect. See?
Okay, I'm putting that. So we're both number one.
I'm an investor in this musical.
Robin 2. Robin says 1 as well. I should say. Miss Justice 2. DJ Shenanigan 1. Sybil says 1. This is going over very well. People are really enjoying Declaration of Independence.
I am in.
Yeah, it's good.
Gonna sign the paper today. Gonna sign the paper. Hooray. Claiming independence for all of us people. Gonna have it in the church and the steeple. No, that doesn't work. I don't know.
How about from the street to the steeple?
Okay. Okay.
Co-writing credit.
Okay.
Who's jealous
good.
of me tonight?
Wait till I break out the powdered wig. Then we'll
It's
see
gonna be
what's
good.
what.
Yeah, you're in for a good time. You're in for a good time, Janine.
And the tri-corner hat. All right.
You just call me Janine.
I did accidentally call you Janine. Corrected it way too late. I'm drunk. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I know how you feel. Okay.
Then there's the show-stopping song, John Hancock's Got Nothing on Me. Man, where's my rim shot when I need it? Jeez, that was a lead balloon. Good Lord.
It was okay. The other ones were just so good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have ended with that. Yikes.
Wrong.
Oh.
All
All right, next one.
Next one.
All right, next is called I don't know how to pronounce this. Crossing the Della AOA where. Okay. By the way, this is the only one with a song and a reprise, but I didn't write the reprise.
Like
So-
a reprise.
Surprising the Hessians has never been this funny. See Anthony as George Washington's first mate in The Little Boat That Could, featuring the song. Okay, Frank.
Oh boy.
No one knows I can't swim, but the reprise is no one knows I had sex with the bread.
Perfect.
I think Anthony's gone.
Yeah, we lost Anthony. I think he's
Okay.
Sorry, I'm here.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. No one knows I can't swim.
that's the name of the song from the show, from the musical. Ow, Paper Cut. The musical Paper Cut. Oh my God. Crossing the Della AOA where.
Okay.
And Anthony, the reprise is no one knows I had sex with the bread.
Oh, that might have moved it up, but now I'm going to put that at number 5. I'm putting mine at number 5. Declaration of Independence is too. It's too good. It's too good.
I'll put Crossing the Delaware because I want to see Anthony on a rickety boat trying to keep his balance. Standing right next to the huge George Washington, going, I don't like this. Like this. Can we maybe roll a little faster to get across this thing?
There's a 20-minute monologue where I go, "Are we sure we want to? Is this really? It's very cold. It's very cold."
This is. I mean, I didn't dress for this. I didn't know it would be crossing rivers and shit.
Yeah. This is bullshit. You guys know it's Christmas, right? We should be around a fire having some steaks and something.
Take a day off. We don't get vacation pay. Nothing.
Bullshit.
This is bullshit. I put it at number 3. Crossing the Delaware. Where?
Okay. All right. Fourth one.
All right. So the next one is called Deborah J. Sabson. Now, this is true. Deborah Sampson disguised herself as a man to fight in the Revolutionary War. But what if history was a little sexier and she was Deborah J. Sabson,
Hmm.
featuring
All
the song, Frank. That's what he said.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice. Oh, this
They're
is good.
coming by land and they're coming by sea. That's what he said. That's what he said to me. All right, I'm in.
These songs are. By the way, Frank, you're definitely getting the writing. You're writing all the songs.
Deborah J. Sabson. All right.
Who knew that in our first American war we had transgender soldiers? That's great. That's a really
And-
nice thing.
And Project whatever wants to
Wants to
ban
get rid of
trans.
it.
That's ridiculous.
Fucking trans soldiers older than the country that the militaries are representing. That's how crazy
Exactly.
that is.
Right?
All right, I'm putting
She
that
actually-
at number 3.
Interesting fact, she actually collected a military pension.
Boom.
Really?
Well, she
Yeah.
served, baby. That's,
And she got away with fraud too? There's nothing I don't like about this story.
I only had number 2 and number 5 available. I put Deborah J. Sabson at number 5.
I put it at 3. All right. This
All right,
one's
number
going
2.
to number 4 for me. Go ahead.
All right, the last one is King Roommate.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Roommate makes his theatrical debut as King George, the man who dared take on young America, featuring Frank. No songs, because the big draw is that you finally get to see him.
Ah.
Ah.
So he comes out and he just gives everybody the finger and walks off stage. I like it.
Interesting. When
Who
did
would
you
pay
start?
Broadway prices to see Roommate's face finally?
When
King
did you write all this, Aaron? Was this today or was this throughout the whole week that you were off?
8:00 tonight.
Wow.
Right before the show, baby.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Thanks. Anything
good,
from
King.
you guys. I mean, all of you guys, all of you in the chat, and you two, and J-Sabs, and Cuddles, and Roommate.
So this is King Roommate is a play, not a musical.
Yeah, you're right. It is. You're right.
All right.
Good point.
I like it. No songs. So who doesn't want to see? Because I don't think King Roommate can sing.
I'm putting King Room. I have to put it at number 4, and I'm comfortable with that. I actually love this list a lot.
I got King Roommate is at 2. So I would put King Roommate lower only because I can't make up a song for it. And
I know. And the songs were working the whole time.
Songs are
Frank,
kicking. What?
where's your crown king Roommate?
Oh,
I know, but there's no songs.
Oh, but all right.
That's true. Where's your crown king? That's pretty good. If Metallica could do the score, he'd do the whole soundtrack. See that? Now we got something here.
I got Frankliration of Independence at 1, and Show Me the what was it? Show Me
What You Got.
Show Me What You Got at number 2. I'm very happy with that. And Jay Sabson at
list.
3.
There's my list right there.
Well,
Yeah,
everyone,
pretty-
thanks for staying up late to play the game with me, and I hope
This was
everyone
a
has a
great
great
one.
weekend.
And that was
Great.
that was one of the best ones ever.
Thanks.
Great
I'm
job.
glad
These
we
are
did.
fun.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Aaron.
Thanks a lot.
Excellent.
All right,
Yes.
that's almost 2 hours and 10 minutes, Frankie C. We really put the work in on this episode. Jesus.
Well, it's for our country.
That's true.
I don't. But had a great time. Aaron, great job. Pick up that Oval book. Aaron wrote a wonderful novel called Oval. It's available on Amazon. You can pick it up today. It's a great read. Great for the summer. Bring it to the beach. Available for digital download or hard copy.
Buy the book. They got other cruises to go on. Damn it. We got to get them on another cruise.
We got to pay for these cruises and all these drinks, these drink packages.
We can't have them going on the cruise without the drink package. So pick up Oval if you can. That'd be great.
Honestly.
They're not animals.
Yeah, come on.
They're
Live
not
like
going in
civilized
steerage.
people here.
Yeah. What deck were you on?
6?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Good
Front of the
spot.
ship.
Close to the elevator?
Very close to the elevator.
Nice.
Not a bad
Nice.
look.
Did you do the whole, we're not taking an elevator, we're walking the whole time?
Not the whole thing. No, because to go from 6 to like deck 13. No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Love you all.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.